Today's guest is half of the main event for the November 5 Gobsmacked Perth Corporate Rumble. Jody Carheel is in the studio to chat about his preparation for the fight, as well as share some stories about the social Australian fashion events. And he also exposes me to one of the best Australian accents I've ever heard. So please welcome the Black Hammer, Jody Carheel.
Yep.
I know, it's inflatable. It's massive.
Oh, I see. You've got quite a strong.
Oh, yeah, I'm leading. I do cheat a little. If it's close, everyone knows I'm going to win.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying, mate. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Hey, I was going to ask you. My wife actually is in there. She said she asked. She normally wants a bit of rundown, and I went into your safe.
Yep.
What's it called? Safe
Social Australia fashion events.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'd showed her a bit of that.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, you got to ask him about a suit." I don't have a black tie suit.
Yeah.
Where, do you just go Maya or something? Is that just not?
It depends, Brad. Do you want something that you...
Straight into the end of the mic, Barry. Please.
Excuse me.
Oh, should I put on a bit of fucking Michael Bublé or something?
Yeah, put on a little bit of Bublé for everyone. A little bit of Bublé wouldn't hurt nobody. Do you want a suit that you can keep, or is it just for an event? Just a once-off?
No, I've got like a 3-piece, which I look fabulous in, by the way. But it's like a blue.
I see. Navy. Like a navy or a blue?
Yeah, like a navy. It's subtle.
Yeah.
So I don't want anything, not over the top with what I wear. I like just to wear something fine. Did you see my shirt, by the way?
I did see it.
Thank you. Jay just got me this.
Very
everyone.
nice.
Just everyone. Jay, Gobsmacked. It is. It's fitting good,
perfect.
isn't it?
Yeah,
she gave me an extra large first up. This thing was massive. How's this one? I know.
I like the big fit. I like the loose fit. I think it's the armpits, you know? The armpits look like they're struggling in there, you know.
There's just so much drip for a Thursday.
A bit too drippy for a Thursday. That's all right.
I'm going to be commentator. I'm the lead commentator.
Oh, that's beautiful. Jesus.
Me and one of the guys who does the UFC stuff, who's loose. So he's got to keep a lid on it.
Like, you'd be definitely ready to say some wild shit if you're a commentator. Like, if I was a commentator, I'd be risking a lot of stuff.
You got to roll the dice.
Yeah, you got to roll the dice. You never know. The fans might love it. You know what I mean? It's your time to shine.
You got to be respectful, though.
Yeah. Well.
Should I just tee off on Josh? You're the main event. When did that happen? Because the other night you were second last.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be main event, but I think the main event fight got switched. They decided to just move us forward to the main event. So I was actually hoping to get something a little bit early, just to get amongst it and not to fight at about 11:30 p.m.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to bed at like 9 o'clock. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have a little nap, you know what I mean? Wake up, maybe listen to a bit of Bublé.
How many times can we say Bublé?
It's not even relevant.
I know.
That's but back to the suits. If I were you, so this is what I would do if I needed a suit. If I needed a black suit, I would go on to ASOS, right? The reason why I would go on to ASOS is because ASOS, they have quick delivery and they've got thousands of styles. So what I would do is I'd go on there, have a look at the styles that I like. So they got 3 pieces, they got 2 pieces, whatever you sort of like.
I've got 2 weeks, mate.
I'm pretty sure they deliver in like 3 days.
Really?
Yeah. If you do it right.
See, they rock up at my house all the time. I don't know what my wife's ordering.
Yeah. Actually, do you know Spuddy? He goes to Anarchy. Spuddy I styled probably about a few months ago for a certain event. I can't remember which. Oh, it's actually for my fashion show. Probably should know that.
Jeez, just drop that little chestnut on me. Are we talking about the one at Perth Airport?
The one at Perth Airport.
I'm going to go into that later. So I've done some research.
Yeah,
stalking, some say, but I've done some.
I like it. Styled him, and we actually got his suit from Zara. And so we did exactly that. We went in, we fitted him in a suit that was just a little big for him. And then from there, we took them straight to the alterations department, got them altered.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it. Spent about $200 on a suit. Fits like a glove.
Oh,
fits like a glove.
Dream.
You should see him, and he's smiling ear to ear every time he wears it. I think it's just
confidence thing.
It's that Jody effect.
I want to rock up looking like one of the NBA players from the 90s. you know how they used to wear those massive suits?
They don't sell that much fabric anymore.
What were they thinking?
You're definitely going to have to get the one big gold hoop earring as well.
Big Nike tick on the ear.
Nike tick, yeah.
Oh, what were they thinking back then?
They were probably thinking they were killing it, to be honest.
That was so big. That was so oversized.
Yeah. I used to, when I was younger, it was probably early 2000s, I used to be a bowler, right? Basketball player,
I did see some videos, actually.
You did not.
It was only it was only photos I actually saw. Yeah.
But it was always cool to wear bigger clothing, so I would walk around in these 3X basketball shorts, right? The shorts would be so big, and they'd go over my shins, and I couldn't play basketball in them, but I would walk around, and I would look at people like, you can't fuck with me.
It's about the confidence, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those are the days.
Yeah.
They used to have massive shoulder pads and everything.
Yep. All that stuff. Yeah. The old Michael Jackson look. Oh, you brought up my Instagram page.
I've got it all here, mate.
This isn't embarrassing at all.
You haven't got that much. I looked everywhere on you. I went into your Twitter and everything.
Jesus, my Twitter. Oh,
you got a Pinterest account.
Yeah, I do have a Pinterest.
You don't do much on that.
You definitely have done your research today.
I was supposed to be working last night. This is what I was doing. Should we actually get into this PCR?
Yeah.
A bit of a time frame. We don't have to. We can gas bag about whatever we want.
We could talk about whatever.
Yeah, we'll get into PCR a bit later.
A little bit in. Yeah. Let's do that. Do that.
All right. What have I got here?
I'm liking how it's going.
We'll start off with your sponsor, Safe, Social Australian Fashion Events. This looks good.
Thank you.
This looks really good.
Working my ass off on it too.
Tell me about this. Because I was looking at this, and you've got to have some big balls to do this kind of stuff.
Thank you.
Because this industry must be savage.
Oh, you have no idea. It's fun. It's definitely challenging.
Yep.
Definitely challenging. There's a lot of personalities.
Because when did you get out of uni? I saw some uni
I got out
photos.
of uni in 2020, I want to say.
2020. Where's your graduation photo? There we go. Look at you there. Oh.
Yeah, that's the Facebook. Yeah, my mom wanted that one, so,
Blaming the mum straight off the bat.
Feeling myself a little bit.
When's that? 2019. Nice
2019,
work.
yeah, there we go. 2019. Yep. Marketing management degree from Curtin. Shout out to Curtin alumni.
Okay, tell me about this. Tell me about Safe.
So Safe is a fashion events business that I created to help emerging designers, graduates, and sort of young people in the fashion industry to show their collections, show their talents, and it's their first step to getting into the professional fashion industry. So when I started, so let me back up, probably about 5 years before I started Safe, I got into the fashion industry by internships. So I interned for a few fashion designers here in Perth, Jonte Designs, Suit Vault, Jared Briotti, and a few others.
So internships is non-paid roles.
Correct.
That's what I like is people who they call it where you got to eat shit.
Yeah.
Like people that do internships have got to eat shit for a certain amount of times, and no one does that anymore. Everyone goes, nah, money, day one.
Yeah.
Good on you. Exactly I respect that.
Thank you, sir. So I started off with my internships, doing, it's actually funny. My first internship was Jonte Designs. So I was working with a women's wear label. And my first job was to respond to comments and run their Instagram page.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah. So what were the comments?
So you're looking at me now, right?
Yeah.
And ladies are on there and they're like, oh, how much is this dress? Oh, what size is the model wearing? And I'm on the other side of that Instagram page when they're inquiring. And I'm like, hey, babe,
Oh, so you had to take the personality of I'm a female.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So I was the personality of a female, and it taught me how to sort of speak, obviously, as a female, which was different, but it was also very insightful in the sense that I could sort of gauge what women were after, how they respond, how to respond. And yeah, so that was my first sort of internship there.
Did that help you like on a personal level as well when it came to the ladies?
Not at this point. I'll be honest, not at this point. I can't be, talking up a lady in a woman's voice. Well, you could, I'm open to anything, but anyway. Yeah, so I started off with John Tay Designs, doing an internship there. And yeah, so pretty much long story short, I worked these internships for about 5 years in total.
Jeez, that's commitment.
Yep. So
did you learn a lot?
I did learn a lot, yeah. And it was all on and off. It wasn't like full-time work. It was a lot of casual work. But it definitely worked while I was at uni studying marketing and management as well. So I was kind of killing two birds in one stone.
Okay.
I had a full-time job at Telstra, so that's how I paid the bills. So I've always been quite busy, but obviously it's to get to the point where I am now. So I worked for those internships for about 5 years. After that, I got all the way up to Telstra Perth Fashion Festival, and I got paid for that. So Telstra Perth Fashion Festival was a proper fashion week that we had here in Perth, or is a fashion month. Almost.
Do they still have that, or did something close down last year?
It closed down a couple of years ago. Yep. They went over budget, and I don't think the right people were involved, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, that closed down. So I got all the way up to that level. I got a job. I was actually handling VIPs and sort of liaising with their marketing team on Telstra's side. So Telstra was obviously the main brand sponsor, and I worked for Telstra at the time. So it was kind of an easy connection for me to get in there. Once that happened, it all went to shit. Telstra Perth Fashion Festival stopped, and I had no job in fashion.
It sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yep. Definitely came out of nowhere. So once that happened, I was like, fuck, man, I have no idea what I'm going to do now. Like, am I going to start over?
Were you still with Telstra?
I was still with Telstra.
Are you still with Telstra now?
No.
Okay.
No. I was still with Telstra, but I had no idea what I was going to do to get back into the fashion industry in Perth. And then COVID hit. And then I was like a tradie for a little bit, which was a bit different, man.
What trade?
I was I was in ceramic engineering in Wangara down at Ace.
The Wang.
The Wang. Yeah, had on my high vis and everything.
Oh, you would look peachy. You would have pulled it off though.
I actually loved it a little bit, Their food trucks were pretty good. I had this chicken burrito. It was to die for. But anyways, back on track. So I didn't have any other opportunities in fashion. Like, I was getting hired by friends to help with things like Suited, which is like a Melbourne Cup event. They run a fashion show, so they'd bring me on for the day to help out. And so I do little one-off jobs here and there, but there was no entry into the fashion industry. So I was like, I need to solve this problem. So over COVID, lost that tradie job. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to figure out a way to help people that are in the position that I am in right now. And I'm going to create an entry-level fashion show for people to take that first step, to enter into the industry, and to show their talents and what they've got. So once I did that, I started thinking a little bit more on how it could be effective. So I was like, okay, got a fashion show. I'm going to invite people that I've known in the industry and that I've met over these 5-6 years to the fashion show, and pretty much give these kids an opportunity to maybe get an internship from one of these designers that I'm inviting, or maybe a job as a sewer or anything like that. So pretty much just pretty much just made that fashion show happen and decided to make this hub for Perth fashion culture. And yeah, so now I'm at the point now where I've run 2 fashion shows and I've helped multiple kids get jobs, get internships. We even had one guy fly over east, and he's displayed some of his collection in the latest Melbourne fashion show. So that's that's what Safe's about. It's about helping kids get into that next level, sort of like a catapult into the industry. And yeah, it's their time to shine. So
that's great. Because normally people would get to a certain level, like you were with working with the Telstra Fashion Festival, and then just want to go up and not actually help it. Not saying help anyone else, but it's quite rare. They're actually in there trying to help the up and comers.
Yeah, because it's a hard spot to be in when you finish your graduation or your degree and you've got this degree and you have no idea what step to take next, and there's no clear path. The jobs that you apply for, they're people that want experience or want X amount of years in the industry, as you said, in fashion, like there's a lot of personalities, so there's a lot of people up there who, for lack of better words, think their shit doesn't stink.
There'd be some egos in that industry.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I just wanted to be that guy to help people, and it was nice because I feel like it's all for the right reasons, It's not to make money, it's not to become famous or say that I did this for someone. It actually genuinely can help someone get to that next level, and I feel like that in itself will make the business successful.
It is, if you're doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And how have you gone with, I suppose, loyalty? These people, I mean, if you do the wrong thing by someone, they don't forget. But I have noticed a lot now, you do the right thing by someone and they don't forget. So all these people that you are helping, I've no doubt if you've stuck your neck out and helped them now, they're going to, one day, if the opportunity arose, they're going to return the favour.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm trying to incorporate into this this Perth culture, is that we don't all have to be trying to jump on top of each other to get to that next job. It's like, if we have a collective idea, who knows what we could accomplish. And over east, they've already got a strong fashion culture in Melbourne and in Sydney, but in Perth, it's like nobody knows Perth for fashion at all.
No.
So if we do have heaps and heaps of talent here as well. So if we can just put that on display and get all these brains together and make something happen, it's like we could definitely do. I mean, there's definitely a lot of potential here in Perth. There's a lot of venues, and we've got great weather. We can all utilize that to create a fashion culture here in Perth. So that's pretty much the end goal, to be honest, is to create that fashion culture and get everyone sort of working together and sort of make a little hub here in Perth for fashion. Get some hot models on the runway, get some not so hot models on the runway as well.
I'll model that 3-piece suit that you're telling me about. But that's great, mate, because if it is a matter of, I suppose, changing not the culture, but don't have it against a me against you kind of thing. Yeah. Where I think I have found that a fair bit in Perth. But then you hang out with the right people, and everyone's trying to build each other up.
Yeah.
And that is contagious as well.
Yeah. I definitely agree. And you'd be surprised, going back to the audience that I have at the fashion shows, I do invite people who I've met over the years, and you'd be surprised. Some people are like, no, why would I come to the fashion event to
support you?
To support other brands.
Because have you got a little black book? I've got one. Anyone that does the wrong thing by me, and I play the long game. Might be 10 years down the track, but I will get back at you.
I don't have a little black book.
Oh, you have a black book.
I got a black hammer there. That's my fight name.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
Okay. I was going to say, mate,
No
keep
pun
PG
intended.
here today. So, have you got any like what's the future? Have you got any shows or anything coming up?
At the moment, so our last fashion show is in June, so it's an annual event.
Look at you there.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
the drip.
Bit of fear. You're dripping all over that photo right there.
Tell me this. Here's a video. This is you at
Yeah.
Perth Airport.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? This happened in June.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
happening in June.
For those who don't know, Perth Airport in June, it's cold and there is a screaming wind that goes across Perth Airport the whole time. How did you... That's a gutsy move, pulling this off in June.
Yeah.
Jesus, let's have a look at this video. Oh, listen to that music.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube will take this down, some copyright thing. You've got a good day there.
Yeah.
The weather's
it was a
not too
good day.
bad.
Yeah, we picked a good day. Got the airplanes in the background.
That's such an unusual location.
Mm.
How did you go with getting clearance for this?
Oof.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
federal.
Oh.
It's federal land. It's not state land.
The restrictions, the hoops and everything. You gotta, a lot of checks, a lot of background checks as well. Good thing my American background check isn't out here. No, I'm kidding. I haven't done anything. but yeah, it's a long process. A lot of people to sort of tick the boxes with, and it goes all the way to the top of Perth Airport, so to the board of directors. Yeah, security.
Because it's not just you; it's every single person that attends that event.
Yeah. And if you think you go to the airport now, how high energy the security is there, and the processes that you have to go through just to get on a flight. But running a fashion show there, and you've got access to different rooms in the airport. You've got hundreds of people in there. You've got alcohol in there. You've got people in there with cameras and equipment and stuff like that. So every little thing that you can think of had to go through security, had to get a check for. You had to be monitored at all times of what you were doing, where you were working, how you were working, how many watts you were using if you were to put a hair straightener into the wall at the airport. This is back of house I'm talking about. Full floor plan, full security checks for all of the models, all of the workers, myself, the team, unlimited amount of security checks and restrictions, and
so you went all out. Was this your first show?
This is my second show.
Second show. So where was your first show?
My first show was at
was that in King Street?
White Space in Fremantle Art Gallery.
So the first one was at Art Gallery, and went, geez, this one just was too easy to run. Everything was too easy. I'm going to go Perth Airport.
Well,
that would have to be one of the... Where's your next one going to be? Parliament House or something?
Yeah, well, look, I'll have a chat with them, see what they say. But if it can happen, maybe.
Perth Airport, they'd have to have some of the tightest security in Perth.
Yeah. You know what was actually cool about it is on the night, I didn't know this either.
Tell me.
But the federal police showed up, and they had assault rifles in hand.
Really?
Yeah, walking around, probably about 4 of them.
Okay.
And they even came up to me, and they're like, "Hey, are you Jody Carheel?" I was like, "Yeah, that's me."
Of course it is. What do you think? You're talking to royalty here.
And they're like, "Oh, well, I'm Sergeant such and such. Nice to meet you. And this is such and such. And we're just here to make sure everything runs smooth. We didn't realize there was a fashion show on here tonight, but we just wanted to make sure everyone's safe and good to go." And I was like,
"Good on them. They don't muck around, those guys out there.
They don't. There's some big blokes.
Oh yeah,
and some big ladies too. Some
of those ladies.
And I did want to flirt with one of them. I'm not gonna lie, but she had an automatic weapon in hand. I wasn't gonna.
She mentioned that relationship went bad.
I was gonna play, but yeah.
Oh, jeez. That is fascinating, mate.
Yeah. So that's my passion is fashion there. Been working on that for a little while. So
your halftime show during it, this is what got me.
Yeah.
This is absolutely outstanding. This was the most impressive. So normally like a halftime or an intermission, I believe they're called, is normally just a bit of lollygagging, a bit of gas bagging.
Lollygagging,
and maybe a wine or two.
Yeah.
But you decided, what did you have there? You had the UWA fencing team.
Yeah, so that was at my first fashion show at the Art Gallery.
So good.
I had the UWA fencing team to do a 10-minute exhibition live in front of the audience. And I have no idea where I got that idea from. I was asleep. I was like when I was first starting the first show, there'd be times where I'd just fall asleep thinking about how I can make the fashion show better. And the UWA fencing team, I think there was like some sort of Olympics that was on, and I saw fencing. I was like, fuck.
How good are they?
They need to come to this fashion show.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I hit up, there's a few fencing programs here in Perth, but obviously we work directly with the unis and TAFEs and such like that. So UWA had a fencing team. So I'm like, oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So I hit them up. I'm like, hey, would you guys be keen to maybe run an exhibition at my fashion show? Like, it'll definitely be a good opportunity to get UWA fencing on the map. Like, I don't even know if there is fencing in Perth at all.
I would not have any idea where fencing would be in Perth.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good opportunity for everyone. And I just thought, fuck, this is like the perfect, because it's quite an elegant sport at the same time. Oh, yeah. And it's pretty cool. And they only go forward and backward. Like, there's no side movements at all. No. And the platform that they work on, I think, is only 14 meters long. And that's the full platform. So
everyone would have been so engaged in it.
It was perfect for the fashion show. On top of that, I put a little Travis Scott song on, and a little flicker of the lights for a little bit of effects. You know what I mean? Just to get the mood. To get the mood right.
If there's one person that can set a mood, it's Jody Carheel. It's the Black Hammer.
So yeah, we added some little theatrics and got them in there. They were happy to participate, and they had a little exhibition there in the middle of the fashion show, and just to see, I've got a few photos. I've actually got a photo on my Instagram that I posted recently. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
That one there, and just to see like the look on the audience's face made it worth it. If you look at some of the people there.
Everyone is totally absorbed by this, aren't they?
Yeah.
This guy, he is loving it, isn't he?
That's my Uncle Ewan right there. That face, that's exactly his personality as well. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's outstanding. Well done, mate.
Thank you, sir.
What do you got planned for the next one, halftime?
Ooh.
An MMA fight?
That would be quite intense.
There's just claret all over the runway. Guys just mopping that up.
As much as I would love that, probably not a good idea to have a full bloodbath inside of a fashion show.
When I think about it though, fencing, because it is a sport, but it's also like such an elegant sport. That is perfectly suited to that. That's well done, mate.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
That was your idea.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's just never failed to impress me, Jody. Some great work.
But yeah, I've got a few other ideas up my sleeve for the next fashion show. I don't actually announce what the halftime intermission is going to be ever. I just sort of it's called the secret halftime show.
Well, after that fencing,
maybe I need to make it. Yeah, maybe I need to come up with like a better name instead of secret halftime show.
I don't know. We can work on that, mate.
Maybe like the secret black box performance. I just wanted to say black box, to be honest.
I haven't gone through your Instagram funny there. You're always dressed so well. And I found one here. Where is this one?
Fuck.
Well, the Bunnings hat.
Yeah.
How did anyone allow that to happen, mate?
You know what, to be honest, I saw that hat inside of the garage and the hat was perfectly new.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never seen anyone wear this Bunnings hat. Let me go and throw this on for this little fishing trip.
I've got one.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I got to get it. It took me about 6 months to wear it in as well because I got a big head. It's tight.
Did you buy it, or were you gifted it, or did you find it? How did you come across? Because look, I've never seen anyone purchase a Bunnings hat.
I did. I think because I got 3 of them. I got one for me and for my 2 kids because we're white. Look how white we are. We can't handle the sun. So as soon as my wife's full ginger as well, so we got no hope.
So you need it.
Yeah, so we got 3 Bunnings hats, and mine I wore it for about 6 months, and it just looked like I had a red headband after I took it off because it was so tight on my scone.
To be honest, it worked. It worked. It worked. A treat.
Great hats.
Definitely brought the Aussie out of me.
Yeah.
Fucking had a few beers as well, as you can see.
Few beers. Did you do a burnout when you left? Did you drink too much, get in your car and do a burnout in your ute?
I wish I had a ute. I'd definitely burn out real quick.
Jeez, we've been going for a while. We should.
Have we?
Yeah, we've been going 37 minutes.
Jesus.
I know. Time flies when we're gas bagging.
No, this is great.
Should we, can you see why we go for like hours on end?
Yeah. To be honest, I wish I was here for a little bit longer. I'd definitely stay in.
You come back.
Yeah,
anytime,
I definitely
mate.
will.
Just come back.
Definitely will come back.
So, something that I skipped over, but I'm going to go back to because I found it interesting.
Yeah.
Is when you said how you were talking about how you support other fashion up and comers and other brands. One of your mates, I think I messaged you this the other day.
Yeah.
The Athlete Laboratory.
Yeah.
This looks good.
Yeah. So this is from my mate Jordan Roberts. Shout out to Jordan. So this was a new athletic wear brand that we decided to start over COVID as well. So
creativity happened over COVID, didn't it?
Yeah,
that's one good thing that came out of that shit show.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
And it was nice that we both had something on at the same time. So as you can see, I'm modeling here for his brand. So we kind of like work and bounce off of each other's ideas. But Jordan's a soccer guy.
Okay.
So this is where he's sort of he plays professional soccer as well.
Is this Jordan here?
Yes, this is Jordan here.
Yep.
He plays professional soccer. So
who's he play for?
He used to play.
Oh, okay, sorry. Who did he used to play for?
Sorry. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I couldn't tell you. I can't
Jody, the great friend.
I can't remember. He's English, so it's one of those English teams. Give me a break, mate. So what we were aiming to do, or what he was aiming to do, is he create this this athletic brand, and then he also wanted to create professional tutorials on YouTube on how to dribble, how to shoot, how to do everything on a more detailed level. Whereas he said when he grew up, he used to watch YouTube videos just like anyone does of their favorite players, or how to do something, or how to shoot a goal with your left foot, or whatever it is. But there is no videos that go into detail about how to actually shoot that left-footed goal, starting from the first step to the ball hitting the net.
Oh, so he broke it down from the start.
That was his idea.
Okay,
is to do that.
It looks good.
Yeah, Athlete's Laboratory. He's got a few different pieces there, which is nice. The half zip.
You going to smile in any of these photos, mate?
Hey,
yeah. Look, geez, you're having time of your life, eh?
Got to look hard at all times.
With that mo.
Stay hard at all times. David Goggins. I know some of you guys know about
your shorts aren't baggy enough. Shouldn't they be sitting down around the bottom of your shins?
It's 2021 now, you know what I mean? You got to change it up, you know what I mean?
And is he having a bit of a break from this?
He's having a bit of break at the moment. He's actually traveling around Europe currently.
Okay. Half his life.
Yeah, so he's doing well. But yeah, it's for pretty much any sort of sport that you like. So you got basketball, like you got the tights there with the shorts. You got the regular basketball shorts. Wear them for football, wear them for soccer, just about anything. So he tried to keep it quite versatile, if you will.
They fit well?
They definitely fit well.
Good quality?
I still got everything. Yep, definitely good quality.
There's as good quality as my Gobsmacked t-shirt. Gobsmacked. Thanks, Jade.
Shout out, Jade.
Shout out to Jade.
Yeah, I was actually, to be honest, I was actually pretty happy with that 2 days photo with my legs. I thought my legs looked pretty good there.
Jeez, look at that. You got 2 mangoes in the back of there for cars, huh?
I love a mango.
Oh, God. It looks good.
But yeah, so this is my mate's brand. Yeah, no, I'm proud of him for starting it up. Still doing well.
Let's get on this PCR, or else we will gas bag. So we come in after the event, bring in the belt, and then we can chat about it. We can chat more. We can just gas bag about anything. Yeah,
I'm keen. I'm keen.
Right, I've seen some photos. What? This is actually a compliment. I'm going to actually pay you a compliment. Just calm down, Jody. Jeez.
You're just going to take buckshots at me right now.
No, that comes later. No. Your stance here, outstanding.
Thank you, sir.
You're the only one. I mean, the other guys are fine.
Yeah.
But you actually standing like a boxer.
Thank you.
Some of the ones, and it's good. I'm sure they take the photos. They take another photo prior to the event, and that's where everyone's a lot more confident and everyone's got their stance right.
Yeah.
Because when they took these, it was all out the back of Anarchy. I was there that day.
Yeah.
And everyone was nervous and everyone was eyeing each other off thinking, geez, I hope I don't fight this guy or girl. And that photo was good. I was actually quite impressed with that because some of the people are like standing like that.
Yeah.
And I think, Jesus.
Thank you. I definitely... I might have practiced a few times in the mirror.
I can imagine. And the color's a lot better.
Yeah, the color's a lot better.
Way better.
I actually saw that recently. I was like, damn, like why was my grade out in the first one? But
it's criminal. It's criminal. Get on the Millie. You're fighting Josh Quick Hands Pryor.
Quick Hands.
He's coming in. When's Joshy boy coming in? Joshy's coming in next week.
Nice.
He's a hard nut.
Yeah. Shout out Josh. Apparently he's a little Tyson. So excited to see how he goes. Met him the other day. It was nice. I came up because I've never met him. I've never seen him in real life either. So I was like, damn, who's this Josh guy? Like, I've never seen him. I only heard about him, such and such. And then we had the matchups the other day.
Is that the first time you saw him at the leaderboard the other day?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I haven't seen him around the gym or anything. And
you're a bit taller?
A little bit taller, a bit taller. And I saw him and I walked straight over to him. I was like, hey, I'm Jody. Like I've been looking for you everywhere. Where have you been? And he was like, I was like, damn, I thought I was never going to see you until the fight. He was like, oh yeah, I was actually trying to keep it that way. I was like,
this is going to be a good fight.
Yeah,
because I've seen some of your videos and you are quite handy. You must have you done some boxing before?
I've done on and off for about a year and a half.
You look smooth as silk.
Thank you.
Silk, I'm going to call you. Silky. Silky.
Yeah. So I've trained on and off. Haven't probably trained 8 weeks in a row, to be honest. So this training camp is definitely the longest I've trained boxing. But yeah, I've always been in love with boxing and sort of combat sports. So I do like it. So I do sort of did dabble in it for a little bit. And yeah, so this is the opportunity to actually have a crack. So I thought, why not give it a go? And yeah, so I've been training for about a year and a half, and I've had a little bit of time to sort of find myself in the ring, or how I feel comfortable boxing, how I like to box, and such like that. So definitely love a little bit of outside game, a little bit of outside fighting.
That's going to be the key in this one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
With who were your coaches prior to this?
I trained for probably about 4 weeks at Cuban's gym in the city.
Yeah.
Coach Ruben, I believe his name was.
How have you gone with these new coaches? Because Glenn and Nigel, I suppose, very, not different, but they've got their own unique style.
Yeah.
How did you handle? I mean, you had both of them for the first, say, 4 or 5 weeks. Now you're on Team Red.
Yeah, Team
Good
Red.
Old Team Red all day.
Yeah,
all day. My favourite team, everyone.
Yeah.
No, that'll change because I got Joey coming tomorrow. How have you gone with Nige?
Yeah, good.
And Ben?
Nige is great. Ben's outstanding.
Oh,
Ben, me and Ben are quite close friends since he actually started the gym. And he's actually a big reason why I decided to fight, because I was very anxious about the whole stepping into a ring one-on-one with someone in front of,
it's a massive thing. In front of 2,000.
Huge thing. Huge
Jeez. Like you have great commentators on the night.
Exactly. But yeah, Ben's great. The thing I like about Ben the most is that he's present at all times while he's training you.
Yeah.
So he's never on his phone. He's never like sort of just going through the motions. He's actually present as a coach. So when he's holding pads for you, he's there and he's working just as hard as you're working. And he'll ask you questions and sort of definitely get you out of your comfort level. Before, when I decided to finally fight, he asked me, we were doing a one-on-one session, and I was telling him about my weekend, how, I had a few vapes, had a few drinks, pounded a few pints, you know what I mean, with the boys.
A few pints, eh? A few beers.
A few fucking pints, mate. And
your Australian accent is just on point.
I've been working on it, mate.
That's so good.
So yeah.
When was this? When did you have these few pints?
These few pints are fucking. These are weeks ago. I haven't had a drink since I.
Okay, so this was prior to starting training.
Yep,
that's fine then. I thought you were going out for a few.
Yeah, slammed a few swannies, mate. And then I told him I slammed a few swannies, and had a few vapes, and he was like, mate, how serious are you going to take this training camp? And he said it in a way of not really asking the question, but sort of telling me to get my fucking shit together.
Oh yeah. This is no joke.
Yeah.
This event.
Oh, it's not. It's not at all. And you learn that early into training as well. Like once you get to the fight, like early in training when you start to spar and you feel those first couple hooks land on your temple and you get jabbed in the nose a few times, you're there for a fucking fight.
And it's at 70%.
Yeah.
I guarantee you Josh is not going to be throwing them at 70%.
Oh, no. He's going to be throwing haymakers. So I was like, fuck, I got to fucking switch on here.
Yeah.
So yeah, from that point on, I started taking it a little bit serious. And yeah, got my training going, and Ben's, he's been absolutely great ever since then. So, I've been training with V as well. V is also a newer boxing, trainer, coach. And that guy, man, probably like three months ago, like I could coach him on 1,000 things to do in boxing. In 3 months' time, he's absorbed so much information, it's actually fucking criminal. So he coaches me like mostly on technique, and
he loves it though. Same as Ben, I love it.
Yeah. He's definitely obsessed with it. So yeah, shout out V. Definitely done well in this short time. And yeah, anyone who's actually looking to start boxing, I recommend V for sure.
Does he go solely out of Anarchy?
Yes, I believe so. Yep, I believe so.
That's a special place down there, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a little community. I love Anarchy. It's so good.
Once you're in, it's like the mafia, mate. Once you're in, that's it. You can't get out.
Yeah. That's so true. But yeah, and Glenn's always been good. He did try.
Glenn.
Yeah, he did try to recruit me to blue team, and I felt bad.
Don't ever feel bad if you do something bad by Glenn Austin.
Glenn's my boy. But
Nige is quality though. Nige is a good man.
Nige is fucking quality. Oh fuck! I actually got to spar him today.
Nige.
Yes,
he's a big lad.
He
can move.
He's good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nige is great. Definitely helping me with my techniques, and he's good at telling you. He's good at translating what he wants from you in the ring.
Good communicator.
Nice. Yeah. And he definitely brings the excitement into the ring as well.
Have you watched any of the old fights?
I watched some of the old fights live. I haven't watched them.
Oh, you've been to an event?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been to a couple PCR events. Yeah.
Have you ever watched Glenn and Nige in the corners? That is more entertaining than the fight sometimes.
Tell me about Glenn.
They should.
Tell
honestly.
me about Glenn.
Glenn.
Yeah, I picture Glenn just fucking taking their head off.
Losing his absolute mind. If there's a couple of spare cameras, please put them in the corners. You got Chris, who's just... Chris is a good man, troublemaker.
Yeah.
So you got Chris and Glenn, and they feed off each other. I'm not going to say who. This is just alleged. I'm not going to say which PCR this was, but someone came up. Glenn was going nuts between rounds.
Yeah.
Had someone trying to get a certain boxer fight up, and then one of this fighter's mates has come up. Maybe had a couple of beers, a couple of Swannies. And he's come up and he's tried to give some advice. And Glenn has leant through the ropes and taken a swing at this guy. Glenn was losing his nut. But but that's good because there's so much passion.
Oh, yeah.
They just want you to win so badly.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
But I'll tell you who it was because you can just see it in the footage. So funny.
Yeah.
So good.
Imagine if he connected there.
Oh, no. Not over.
Another KO for Glenn. Another
blue team win.
Under the belt added to the tally.
But Nige he still gets very emotional, but he seems to be able to not control it, but you can see it. Controlled
He's got
rage.
Some fast hands too.
He's a big boy.
Some fast hands. Yeah.
Quality coaches.
No, definitely good coaches. Yeah.
And they seem to be recruiting almost new coaches, obviously, with V coming in.
Yeah.
And that comes down to, I think, how competitive the red and blue team are.
That's true.
Those two. They're a draw, I think. Do you see that?
For the last?
No. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's been like 75 fights. I think this is going off what Glenn says. There could be no truth to this whatsoever. I think it's been like 75 fights, and they're both sitting on about 35, 36, and 3 draws. I think I've seen 3 draws.
Okay,
so they're dead even. But they're competitive.
Right. Yeah, I know that. I think that they have a few bets where one of them's got to shave their beard or something like that. Some shave their head or something like that. They've got those kind of bets going on between Nige and Glenn. So if you see anyone with Glenn's already got a bald head, but if you see Nige with Glenn's new hat on, you know who won.
Oh, that's great.
Everyone knows how much that hat means to Glenn already.
Which one? That Rocky Balboa hat. He has been wearing that.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he used to have the old Kappa hat, the old flat cap?
Yeah. He did used to have the flat cap as well.
Flat cap it is, isn't it? Yeah. I used to see him. I think that was his old man's.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that was his old man's hat that he used to wear when he boxes. Anyway, I could be wrong.
I'd be ashamed if that new Rocky Balboa hat went missing.
Don't touch it, mate. As funny as I think that is, I wouldn't. It's just like there's limits, or there's just certain things that you don't do. I wouldn't. Who gave him the hat?
It was a birthday gift. I'm not too sure who gave it to him.
Just be very careful with that hat.
That was a good call.
What you need to do is, if you want to see it, don't you do it. You encourage someone else to do it. So you still get to enjoy the aftermath, but you got nothing to do with it.
That's a good idea.
Oh, all right, mate. Tell me the reasons. Tell me the reasons behind this application, because this is a big call, and you know how serious this event. 2,000 screaming people, and by the main event, there's been some Swannies consumed by the main event. It is loose, and your team that stand on the side are absolutely out of control.
Yeah.
Why did you apply for this, mate?
I wanted to. Well, it's quite simple. I wanted to get uncomfortable, to be honest, and see how I go. I've always talked about it. Always talked about fighting. Always talked about, I would, but a wood butt or
sounds like me.
like yeah, and because like I grew up watching boxing, so I've always loved the sport, and I always thought I'd be pretty good if I did box, as anyone does when they're watching from their
world champ right here, mate. World champ
watching from their couch at their varsity burger. But so I was like, oh yeah, I could do it, but the thing is, like, I was I do keep myself quite busy, so I didn't think I'd be able to give myself the proper time to box properly.
It's commitment.
It's definitely commitment,
geez.
and it's like I didn't want to jump into the ring half-ass and be like and lose, and then look back and be like, fuck, I could have done this. I could have trained this much harder. I could have, not had McDonald's. I could have not slammed some Swannies on Saturday night
while listening to Buble.
So yeah, I was just like, you know what? I was like, all right. So I worked the last PCR, helping Glenn out, and
what did you do there?
I was the door bitch. So I just opened the door for the fighters before they
coming
came
out.
Yeah,
that's good though, because you get to see those nerves coming out.
Yeah.
Some of those walkouts were classics.
Yeah. And what was nice is some of the people that were fighting, I knew, and I was the last face that they saw before they went out there into the chaos.
Who'd you know from the last one?
It was
Liv, the Machine Stralane.
The Machine.
She beat one of my mates. And she was fight 2. She fought Marnie. Not Marnie, Martine, the false Pearman. Liv.
Yeah.
I think Liv lost the first.
Did she?
Have you seen the fight?
No, I haven't.
It's up on YouTube.
Okay.
She lost the first. I think she lost the first. Second was close.
Yeah.
And Liv is a machine.
Yeah.
She just kept coming. I could not believe.
Insane. How
notorious people are gassed in round 3.
Yeah.
And Liv picked it up and just would not stop coming forward. She did a splendid job. As much as it broke my heart to see Martine, because she's one of my mates, lose. Liv Stralane did an excellent job. Yeah. She's moved to Bunbury, hasn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Definitely not in town anymore.
Okay.
But she said the nicest thing. She was like, actually seeing you before walking out there actually made me feel a little bit more calm because she saw a familiar face before she walked out. So that was cool. Shout out Liv, wherever you are, Bunbury. Just
Bunbury, down there. In the Great Southwest. Quality area. down at Barno. So you've been to an event, so you know what's coming. It's got to be an advantage.
Yeah. I was just the questions were there, like, oh, are you going to fight PCR? Are you going to do it? You're going to do it. And then Glenn sends me a message, and he's just like,
"Oh, jeez, when Glenn Austin sends you a message, it's never good. He's not good with the return of the emails either. Thanks, man. Like you didn't even read the one I sent you. That's fine.
Oh, that's all an accident, mate. Right, let's just
let's move on. Let's deal with it and move on. Yeah. So Glenn
messaged me, and he was like, "Look, mate, like, what do I got to do to get you to fight in PCR?" And him just sending me that message, I thought to myself, "Fuck." And I was like, no one's ever probably going to ask me this question again. No one's ever probably going to be like, oh, you should jump in the ring, you should fight. This is a good opportunity for you. What can we do to make it happen? And I knew that if I didn't fight in this PCR, I probably would never fight. It would have never happened.
It's all come together at the right time.
Yeah. So, I took a few days just to get my mind right about it, talk to a few people, talk to Ben, just fucking threw my hat in the ring. Just said yes and just started preparing my mind.
Such a mental game, isn't it?
Oh, the mental game is actually tougher than the physical game for sure. Like, not even close. There's some days where it's just like your mental game is so out of whack that it affects your body physically. Like there would be some times where I'd be in there and we'd have training and my legs would be absolutely gassed just because of the anxiety that I have throughout the day.
Is that thinking about the boxing or thinking about your own work?
Yeah, thinking about boxing.
Okay.
Just the whole aspect of it, just getting in front of the people, the win or the loss, the friends and family. They're like, oh yeah, you're gonna do great. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. It's a lot of pressure, especially with your friends and your family there as well. And at the end of the day, you just want to make sure you make them proud. So it does definitely weigh in on the mind.
I think if people really think about it, no matter what the result is, though, and if someone's committed to it and it's got in there, they have to have a sense of pride.
Yeah.
They have to think, Jesus, this person did something in front of this many people.
Yeah. My hat's off to anyone who jumps in the ring, because it's literally a fight in there. Like it is somewhat a team sport, but it's not a team sport while you're in there. Like it's one-on-one. It's you versus the other person. And that's scary to think about. Just being on that stage in front of the bright lights and thousands of people and you fighting someone that's trying to fucking take your head off. It's a different, like, it's a different mindset that you have to have. And then you think about like people in the UFC.
Jesus, I know. Because they're fighting for their livelihood.
Yeah. Like you get clipped with a Ngannou right hook, you might die.
Still be down.
Yeah. You'll be out in Bunbury having some of those chocolate-covered strawberries if you're not careful.
Down in Burno with Liv. Liv just feeding them to me with a broken jaw.
Yeah, and you just think of the caliber of like the UFC and such, and it kind of does make you feel better about PCR, but at the same time, it's like they're professionals at a professional level, we're amateurs at an amateur level, so yeah, anything can happen in there. And if you're fighting someone who's decent, you know, there's danger inside of that ring. And just being willing to put yourself in that dangerous position and just know that you're gonna give it your best, and you're gonna take the shots that are given and give shots back, and just be mentally prepared for like a war is a different it's a different mind state. Definitely a different one that I've been in. Because I've always played team sports, and team sports is like you can show up or you can back down at the proper time. So like in basketball, you can be an aggressor or you can be passive. Either way, the team's going to play together. Whereas in boxing, it's like...
It's a lonely spot to be in.
Yeah.
It can be addictive, though. I know some people continue it on. True. One of the girls out of the last ones is going to have her first fight next month, I think.
Who's that? Oh, Jack. Yeah, I've seen Jack fight. She's a weapon.
Oh, the angry girl, that one.
She's a weapon.
She's great.
She's got some mean tats, too.
It's... The matchups are always what impressed me is there's no real favourites in any fight.
Yeah.
And they're so evenly matched, and it all comes down to, I believe it's a mental game with everyone.
Yeah.
There's some people, there's been some fights where I thought this is a mismatch, and I've been completely wrong, and the person who I thought wasn't going to win ended up winning.
Yeah, right.
So, and this is no different from what I've seen, and I've watched a lot of the videos of you guys training. I haven't been able to get down there enough to actually to watch you guys, but it's weird, more than ever. This seems to be just a mental game, this one here, and it could go, either fight could go either way.
Yeah. That's the challenge. That's the challenge, is the mental game, I reckon.
You sleeping okay?
Yeah, I'm sleeping great. I'm sleeping good. It's really trying to focus on the other things besides what I do in the gym to sort of stay in it, keep my mental health at a high level. That's sleeping, eating well, trying to be consistent, waking up at the same time, going to bed at the same time, jumping in the ocean if I need to jump in the ocean, maybe get a massage. It's just all those other little things to treat yourself right, I think are important for if you're going to jump in this ring.
Oh, yeah. And it's only 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Are you staying at the Crown?
I am staying at the Crown.
Ballin'. Penthouse suite and the Towers reserved, Mr. Carl.
Definitely not the penthouse unless Crown want to throw me a discount.
That's since it's moved to the Crown, that has been a massive advantage.
Yeah.
Is having
amazing
the ability to go up there,
yeah.
and you'll have some time. Being the main event, on one hand, it's got to be an honour to be the main event, but on the other hand, you've got that little bit longer to be waiting there.
Yeah.
But you're going to have your room there, so you can take it nice and easy.
Yep. We're going to take it nice and easy before the fight. It's going to be a long day. Go to bed at 9 usually. So I'll be thinking like, how the fuck am I going to... a couple of Red Bulls. Be right, mate.
She'll be right, mate.
She'll be right.
All right, mate. Nickname, you've already told me, but I want to hear you say it again in a soft, smooth voice.
The Black Hammer.
How did you come up with the Black Hammer?
You know, I have no idea. I feel like I heard it somewhere before.
I've heard it before as well.
You?
Yeah.
It's
a movie.
Is it? Which movie? Don't say it. Don't ruin it.
Okay. Let's just say that when it came out on VHS in the early 90s, really? It was in that back section of the video store. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, it went on to Black Hammer 3. Oh, it went on to Black Hammer 5. I always wondered with these kind of movies, do I have to watch Black Hammer 1 to 4 to know what's going on? Number 5. I'm not hitting.
What does it say? Black Hammer 5, and then what does it say after that?
So, Dusseldorf.
Yeah, Dusseldorf.
I knew it'd have to be.
German.
I'm not gonna.
There you go. Nice.
You're not going to call HR if I hit images, are you?
I'm not going to call anyone. Wow, there's not a Black Hammer on the screen.
This is not the Black Hammer. That is it. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking about.
Jesus.
I'm not going to put this in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you said that. That's why I was laughing.
It is German.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Everything was German back in the 80s and 90s.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can leave this bit out if you don't want everyone to Google Black Hammer.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't wait.
Huh?
Look. There's a small pun, but the pun's not that big.
How did you come up with a Black Hammer? Surely wasn't from watching Black Hammer.
I heard it somewhere. I can't remember where it was. And I liked Hammer.
Have you got the hammer? Is it the big hammer?
Yeah, it's the left. The left.
Bang. Oh, the left. Are you Southpaw?
Southpaw.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I said it. I also. So Ben Keem, our coach, he's got a Team Keem class that he teaches on Wednesday nights for people who want to get a bit more of an advanced boxing technical experience. And I said it one day there. They're like, Jody, like, what do you think about your name? What are you going to do? Such and such. I was just like, Black Hammer. Everyone pissed themselves laughing straight away. Everyone's in stitches. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I got to do it.
Oh, you got to. That's great.
Everyone loved it. Everyone.
I love it.
Jimmy Ross that fought in the last...
Jimmy Ross
that fought in the last PCR. He's like...
He still got that mo?
Yeah, he still got the mo. Copy me. But yeah, he's like, mate, you got to keep it. Everyone else is like, mate, you got to keep it. And I was like, oh... I didn't want to, because of the black bit, I didn't want to urge any excess jokes just for anyone that's at PCR or whatever. But it just stuck too well. The boys loved it too much, so I just...
You know those Hulk gloves that you can get?
Yeah.
You should come out with a full Hulk glove on and it just says hammer across it or something like that.
Should I paint it, like, do a little... dark brown paint over the top of it?
Oh, you don't come out with the green.
Just like an Ngannou hand, you know? Maybe they should make an Ngannou hand. Shout out Francis Ngannou.
They did Shane Carwin ones. I've got it.
Oh, really? He got some legendary moments on there. Oh, those are huge.
Yeah, they're massive.
Brad's wife, Don't buy any more stupid shit.
Because my wife comes in here and sees just all the stupid. I got a cash cannon.
Oh,
I've got the MTV man over there.
that,
I've got so much random shit here.
I need that
So
cash.
good.
I need that cash cannon for that Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Afterwards,
Just raining on that.
Yeah, just raining on whoever wants to get rained on.
I thought Trent was going to come out with them and just spray the crowd with them,
That'd
but
be
no,
cool.
he didn't want to do it. Anyhow, they're my gloves.
Yeah, nice.
Anyhow. All right, and your song, your walkout song. This is the most important part.
Yeah.
A lot of people have said, me included. What have you got?
So it's KMT by Drake. So this is like a little bit of a UK sort of vibe to it, but it's aggressive.
Straight off the bat, or is there an intro?
Yeah, straight off the
Okay,
bat.
let's have a listen to this. I'm liking it. I'm liking it, Joe. Are you going to have you got like choreographed dance moves coming out with it?
I don't know. I'm just going to freestyle it. Hey. Just going to freestyle.
As long as you give the crowd what they want, and they want the Black Hammer to come out and show us some moves. That's good. That's actually not bad. I'm not really into Drake, I'll be honest, but
fair enough.
that sounds all right.
Oh, thanks.
It gets you pumped.
Yeah, it gets me pumped.
That's all you need, mate.
That's one of the songs where, rocking up to the gym with the windows down. That's just absolutely blasting.
Do you listen to that song a lot now?
I don't know.
I think the key is to save it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we've all had that one pump-up song, and then we've milked it and you go, what's this garbage?
Yeah. Now you can't even hear the first bit. You just skip it every time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not going to affect you, is it, on the night?
No. I'm saying some of those songs that we've milked back in the day.
Oh,
You can't even listen to the first bit of it anymore.
No, because you can't.
It's just like, ugh.
That's it. Well, that's all right, mate.
Who was I?
You didn't have a SoundCloud. I was thinking you've got to have some music
I do
in
have
it.
a SoundCloud.
Did you?
So
I couldn't find it.
You missed it.
I did dive deep. I was too busy looking at your Pinterest. I was looking at
updated that.
I was looking at your high school, university football days.
Oh yeah.
What university was it?
So that was high school. So that's like college here.
Yeah.
I went to James Madison.
Madison. I saw the Madison on the side of your helmet, and I couldn't find anything of you.
Really?
Yeah. I tried. Trust me. Trust me, I tried.
That was a long ass time ago, to be honest. My 10-year fucking graduation was last year.
How old are you now?
I'm dirty 30.
30.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Your body still works, mate.
Getting up there.
We're going to have to cut it a bit short, mate, because you've got things to do, people to see. Beer, Swannies to drink.
Some Swannies to slam.
Mate, thank you. That was very entertaining. Thank you very much for coming in today.
I had a great time. Thanks for having me, Brad. Definitely appreciate you. I definitely have to come back on the show. I definitely want to come back.
You're into the UFC?
I love UFC.
Well, you come and sit on one of our shows.
UFC. Yeah, I definitely will. I definitely will.
Have a listen.
One thing that I love to do is chat absolute shite as well.
That's basically our show. That's what it's called. The Shite Show.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely come for one of the UFC cards or podcasts or anything like that. You watching the fight? It's
going to be so juicy.
It's early.
So much juice.
It's 2 a.m. for us, isn't it?
Prelims kick off at 10 p.m.
Yeah, right.
Saturday night.
Jeez.
So I don't know if I'm going to commit.
Yeah.
That's a big commitment.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a big card. You can do it.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Huh?
Yeah, we'll watch it in the morning.
Yeah. Legally.
Don't check social media. So yeah.
But it's good because we're going to be able to possibly download it legally from about 10 o'clock. You know how normally you've got to wait till 3 in the arvo?
Yeah, true.
It's going to be delightful. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's a stack card. Who have you got? Oliveira or Makachev?
I've got Oliveira.
Me too.
Oliveira. He's a gangster.
Oh, he's so
I love his attitude. I love his behaviors. I love his thought processes. So yeah, I got him. You got Oliveira as well.
Oh yeah, all day.
And then who you got for the second fight?
TJ.
Juiced up Dillashaw. Huh?
He's that good, mate. I think he's that good.
He is good.
I like Aljamain as well.
I
do like. Oh, he's such a cheat, but I like him. But I think Dillashaw's way too good.
Yeah,
I think Dillashaw's good.
I don't see Aljamain getting past Dillashaw's variety of strikes. TJ throws with some heat, absolute heat. So yeah, it'll be interesting. And in Aljamain's last fight against Peter Yan, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't see him taking the strikes too well.
No.
His defense, but yeah,
TJ's ground games I think is a bit better than Yan.
And then third fight, who you got?
I love the underdog, Sugar.
Yeah, okay. All right. Sugar Sean.
You going Sean?
Yeah, for sure. Love his fight style. I'm a huge Conor McGregor fan. So don't do that to me.
He's good.
I'll sabotage this whole podcast right now.
I'll burn this place to the ground.
But yeah, he gives me that excitement that I got from Conor.
Oh yeah,
just watching.
He's something else, isn't he?
Yeah, in the cage, he's just a magician. Just his looks, his feints, his accuracy. It's so fun to watch.
He's so good as well.
He's so good. It's weird how good he is. It's just scary. Like, and it's kind of like he's so calm and comfortable in there as well. That's what makes him dangerous, is that he's not scared because he feels like he's far superior than anyone else.
So calm, isn't he?
He just drops bodies.
He's something else.
Yeah.
I could talk about UFC all day, mate, but I don't know, go. Mate, thanks for coming in. And like I said, your event is just over 2 weeks away. Yeah. And mate, anytime, just hit me up, and you are welcome to come back in and we can chat. Get you on the Grelka show.
Yeah.
Can't wait, mate. Thanks, and I wish you all the best for the night.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.